I was tweaking, folks. Like I was over tweaking. So look, so backstory. Um, I got arrested. So while I was locked up, though, some shit had happened. Okay, so look, let me explain who I am. Cause alright, niggas don't really know the type of nigga that I am, right? So I'm the type of nigga. I'm not going for that shit. Like if a nigga think he about to just like disrespect me in my face, cause that shit dead. Cause I'm not even gonna lie, fool. I'm the type, bro. Like I'm working on like reacting in with violence and like in a negative way, but I'm not just gonna take that shit. Cause like they're gonna have to like have something. You know what I'm saying? Some inner change is gonna happen of energy, cuz. So I remember, bro, I wanted a shitter, cuz. Like I wanted a shitter. We got toilets in our cells and shit, but I think a nigga was using that one already, so I'm on the public one, the one in the on the block and shit, right? And it's like 60 to 80 niggas in there at the time. I'm not speaking. That's about the amount of people that can fit in there. So I'm on this shitter and shit, and I heard him call a name out, and I'm like, I'm thinking it's my name. So he said the name. I'm like on the shitter, like just calling out, just letting them on know I'm on the shitter. So he said it again, and I say the same thing, and I repeat it. So I'm like, okay, he keep calling me. I'm done. So I fix up. I go over there and shit. We are in like a little pod area. It's like a circle, but to get out the pod area, there's like this little door, and that's like it's like a that's where they serve the food at. That's where the inmates come in to the inmates that be working. That's where they come in to serve the food at. And it's like another room, and then you go out into the hallway. So you got the pod area where everybody at the fucking zoo, and then you have like another like stationary where you put like old mats and shit like that. Niggas change out mats and shit, and then you got the hallway in that little room area to the right there's a door. I think like the nurses is going there and shit. And to the left that's like the little command center where they got like a tinted window where the guards can watch and see what's going on inside the zoo, the pod area. Bro, I keep calling that shit the zoo because it really don't. Niggas is like just animals in it. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna count. It's not like no fucking Rikers Island like niggas get stabbed up and shit like that. Like, but like niggas is at like animals and like dickheads. So like, if you like, bro, if you the type of nigga, bro, it's just like on the streets, bro. If you the type of nigga get into something, you're gonna get into something there. If you stay to yourself, you probably gonna stay to yourself in there, bro. It's the same shit, cuz. I'm just here to say niggas not getting stabbed in fucking Virginia Beach Sheriff's Office. Oh, so much. Like it's like you gotta go in there and worry about that shit. That's not how it is. But yeah, back to the story. He said the name two times. I tell him I'm on the shitter two times. He said the third time. I literally thought this nigga say, no, I'm not gonna even say my name. So I thought he said my name. So I get up, but I go into that room, and apparently you're not supposed to go pat out the pod area, you know. But if you're calling my fucking name for something, I'm assuming I'm going to be like going to get checked up by the nurse or fucking go somewhere. So like common sense would tell me to like just ask them like, yo, did you say my name? So I go to the door to like the command center. The window is tinted, so you can't see through it. But I am out the pit, so I'm in that room, right? So I'm like, you say my name, right? Bro, this nigga, I'm talking about nuts to his fucking ankles. I'm talking about big ass balls. He's yelling like, get the fuck back in there. You're not supposed to be out here and shit. I'm like, bro, this nigga tweaking. So I look through the glass. I can't see this nigga, but I look through the glass. Now I go back in there, right? I go back in this shit and I just start speaking. I start banging on the goddamn the little area where they can see inside. It's still in the pit. It's not in that little room, but it's on the inside. So I start banging that shit. Nigga, did you say my name? Like I'm tweaking back. Did you say? Well, I'm about to say my name. I'm like, did you say my name? Did you say my name and shit? So he come out and shit. We talking and shit. I'm like, bro, I'm on the toilet. You calling my name? I'm think what? Well, at this time, I realized, matter of fact, I'm aware of the situation. I have a really like sharp awareness because I'm aware that he did not call my name. But at this point, after I'm banking on this shit, I'm like, okay, this nigga didn't call my name, but he want to tweet. I'm about to fucking tweet with him. So I'm explaining to him. I'm like, bro, at this point, cuz, like, I'm already knowing, folk. You didn't call my name, but I assume you called my name. You didn't say it, my name. I told him my name so he can recognize that those two names sound pretty similar and shit. So, goddamn, yeah, but I'm still aggressive with him and shit. So I guess he just tweaked out. He got red. He got red. He was like, you know what? You come here. Nigga, I can't write to that nigga. And I just looked at him. I just looked at him. He said, turn around. I turned around. He said, put your hands behind your back. At first, I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, I'm not doing all that. Like, you gonna have to grab me and shit. But it's like, just go ahead. Just go ahead. Just put your hands behind your back. So I put my hands behind my back. But I swear to God, I'm still talking to this nigga. Like, I'm still popping my shit. I'm like, yo ass freaking out. There's no reason for you to be like even that aggressive in the first place. If you're doing that, what do you expect me to do? And I'm in this bitch all day and get no sunlight in here with all these men, all this emotion and all this shit, cuz. That's not an excuse, but what the fuck do you think my reaction is gonna be? And I'm explaining this shit to this nigga, cuz. And I ain't gonna cap, he low key calming down, bro. He's not as aggressive, but he's still on that like, nah, nigga, I'm right, you was tweaking type shit. He's like, bro, well, you need to, and I'm like, bro, I understand that, bro, you have the authority here, cuz. So there's no, you need to, I ain't gonna lie, lead by example, cuz. There's no reason for you to be tweaking off rip, cuz. What the fuck do you think? Okay, if you give off that energy, what do you think I'm gonna catch? How you think I'm gonna react, fool? Of course, it's my job to take that in and you know what I'm saying, get on my Naruto and change the energy and give it back to you. You know what I'm saying? But come on, fool. I'm just getting this nigga game and shit. So yeah, cuz, and I wanted the world to see that, cuz. So I asked for the body footage and shit, and they weren't trying to give it to me. They weren't trying to give it to me and shit. So I got down. I gave up a reason why. First of all, because they say they won't try to give it to me because everything recorded by like in there at recording the prisoners, whatever is recorded. If you're in the like the jail, right? If you're an inmate, cuz, whatever they record, that's theirs to keep. And I was basically telling them, first of all, I wasn't even a fucking inmate. Y'all kidnapped me. And this is why. And I'm about to explain this shit. I just read this shit, laughing my fucking ass off. Look, I said, I am writing a response to my body cam footage request being denied. In an email sent to me, it was stated, but records of persons in prison, so that would be me, in in pen, what did I say, penal institutions in the Commonwealth, including these videos, which is the body cam I was asking for, are exempt from required disclosure. So if they want to say no, you can't have it, you can't have it. But if they want to give it to you, they can. And these videos are being withheld for pursuant to Virginia. Damn, look, I said I'm dumb because I don't even know how to pronounce this shit. But if you know what these words, matter of fact, let's break it down. What these words mean right now. Y'all about to learn with me. What's that? Fuck how to say it. I don't even want to know how to say it right now. I just want to know what it means. Ah, fuck. I don't got no goddamn internet right now. Fuck. Get in the new crib. Fuck. Alright, but if you know what the fuck that means, yeah. Pursuant to Virginia Code as 2.23706 B4 states, all records of persons imprisoned in penal institutions in the Commonwealth provided such records related to the imprisonment. So basically, what I did was I went to the code that they told me was the reason they can't give it to me, and I restated the part that I wanted to highlight, which was related to imprisonment, meaning I was in prison and I was a prisoner. I'm telling them how at the time of that recording, I was not a prisoner. Listen, the definition of imprisonment is the act of confining someone to a penal institution, such as jail, which was what I was in, or prison, as a punishment for breaking the law. Now, it has to listen. In order for it to be called imprisonment, it has to be a punishment for me breaking the law. Meaning, everybody has to be on accord that I broke the law. At this time, I was being what hell? I didn't have no goddamn. No, I don't think I went up for bond yet. Goddamn, it was just charges brought out against me. I turned myself in and everything. It was just charges brought out against me. So the Sixth Amendment states, if all criminal prosecutions, which what I was going through, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial. So I should enjoy the right to a public trial before presuming that I broke the fucking law. Now, which means I am innocent until proven guilty. Also supported by the right to with a fair trial, which states if you are accused of a crime, you have the right to a fair trial to determine whether you are innocent or proven guilty. So basically, what the fuck I just said, goddamn, I have the right to a fair trial to prove if I am innocent or guilty. If I am being in prison at the time, or are y'all fucking just kidnapping me for no fucking reason? Look, I say again, the Virginia Code S 2.23706 B4 states all records of person in prison in the penal institution in the Commonwealth provided such records related to their imprisonment. I was not in prison at the time of this incident. I was being held against my will according to the law. So basically, what I was saying in that time, basically, y'all didn't know if I was guilty or innocent. So therefore, I should not even be locked up in one of your institutions. For I shouldn't be in a jail, no fucking prison, because you don't know if I'm guilty or innocent. Folks, there's no law saying that unless, and I have to look this up myself. Unless there's literally a law saying if you are accused of something, you go to jail. So basically, I could walk up to this random nigga, call the police, and be like, "Hey, bro, this nigga just killed my fucking." Nah, look, I'm not even gonna go down the screen. Look, no, I'm not even gonna manifest that shit. Look, I can walk up to this nigga and be like, "Bro, this nigga just stole something from me. He's accused. Y'all got to do an investigation on that." Know what I'm saying? So like, okay, so based on what I'm saying, fool, if I am proven innocent, bro, okay, hold on. If I am proven innocent, y'all held me against my will at that time, bro. So that's how niggas be able to go back and sue the government and shit. The government, the sheriff's office and shit. But as I'm asking for this tape right now, cause when I was asking for this, nothing transpired to say I'm guilty. Now, of course, you can look it up. I took a plea because it was in my best interest. But yeah, then that was me saying that I'm guilty, basically. But at this time, when I asked for all of this, you had no say so to say whether I was innocent or guilty. So I wasn't even supposed to be in prison. I'm not a prisoner. I'm somebody accused. So therefore, this not that wasn't even a good fucking code. So why not give me the shit? Why not give me body cam footage? If somebody like really like study this shit like a lawyer and shit, that's a good fucking argument. See me, I'm just a nigga who was trying to get his body cam footage. But look, I just changed my mindset. I don't even think like that. I'm just a nigga who trying to get mine. You know what I'm saying? Cause most people, most niggas ain't gonna do this shit. So I'm not a nigga. I'm actually a king. But yeah though, this shit was just funny to me. And I said, yeah, I want all four body cam footage to stick to the TV series also stick to it's like four of them niggas. It's just crazy. Uh, yeah, educate yourself. You'll be alright.